from 8 to 12, you said is when you 12 when you actually joined the gang.
Yeah, I decided to join the opposite gang.
At 12 years old, I know the stuff that you went through probably made you have to grow up a little faster, right?
So grown.
And so at 12, making that decision where you going to go opposite of your dad and you see all the fear, what was the thought process in that? Do you even remember what even made you like, you know what, I'm going to show your ass. I'm going to go over on this side.
I think the time was when my mother had decided she couldn't take me being the way I was. And she decided to give me to the state. So I was like, okay, you choosing your man over me. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in the streets, awarded the state. So I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm not home. I'm at the house getting abused by my daddy, and then I have to go to the state and get abused by somebody I don't even know. So I took this to the streets. I went to the streets. I ran away. So as I was running away, and I was like, man, he got me f***ed up. I know how to hurt him. And I went right to the opposite game. Everything you taught me to kill, to do drugs, to sell drugs, to deliver drugs, to count money, to drive, everything that you taught me, I'm going to use it with them against your gang. And that's what I did. The anger that I had towards him and the hatred that I had towards him, I knew that if I came for your gang, it was going to hit you hard.
Goodness. And what was his response when he found out that you were? Was he angry at you, or was he trying to?
No, of course. I mean, but I'm still his child. Once again, he's always going to protect me. He was very angry. He was like, "You a stupid ass. They're going to kill you." But in the same breath, he's telling them like, "Y'all better not touch her. If she's around me or she around any of my family members, she is off limits. Now, if you can catch her dumb ass by herself, I want to see you kill her, because she a beast."
God.
She a beast.
Damn. Yeah, God damn. And this is your stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay. And so from 12 years old to, I guess, the time you went to jail at 15, you were running drugs, doing drugs. What kind of drugs were you doing?
I was delivering on Greyhound buses from Chicago to Miami to Tampa to Minneapolis. I was on a Greyhound bus because back then they wasn't searching them like they do now.
Yeah.
Back then you can go with a whole suitcase, a kilo of cocaine, and walk in that bitch like, They wouldn't even pay attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even ask you where your mama at. You know what I'm saying? Go take your dumb ass on the bus if you want to. And I was traveling. Just, my dad had taught me all this. I know how to wait.
Who did you know? Like at 12 years old, 13 years old, who do you know in these? How do you make contact with these other people in these other cities?
My daddy's connects. My daddy was worldwide. My daddy was known, and I was not no dumbass kid. I would watch my daddy every move, everything that he did. I wanted to do it too. I wanted to show him, okay, I could do it like you. Okay, I could be better than you. I can be better than you. And he used to always say that to me too. He's installing in my head like, you do better than what I do. You gonna be the best at anything you do. You gonna be the best. And I took that to my mind, like, okay, whatever route I go, I better be the best at it, and I'm gonna outdo you. And so I remember his connects. I remember his friends. I remember the ones that weren't gang members that he was selling drugs to or picking up drugs from. I remember all this. So when I hit the streets, and they knew my face because I stayed with my dad. I was with my daddy more than I was with anybody in the family. So they knew, oh, okay, there go Jackie. Okay, where your daddy at? Well, he needs something. I'm like, yeah, he need it. Come on, run it. God. So they knew, they were so used to me doing that when I started doing it on my own, it was nothing. By the time I was 13, I had my own crib, my own car. Nobody knew my age, not even my gang members, because I was literally driving cars, sometimes different cars every 2-3 weeks, because I was known and I had to change up.
Damn. I can't even imagine me at 12, 13. Who let you sign for an apartment or a house? Who?
Actually, I got an apartment underneath my aunt, and she had 2 boys, and my daddy came and signed for that apartment. He told the landlord, like, look, I own buildings, but I ain't got no room. I need her to have this apartment, and she need it now. And he gave the landlord all the money. And my auntie lived upstairs with her 2 sons. And I was like, well, okay, here go my career.
God dang.
Yeah.
At what age did you move in? Do you remember?
I moved in about when I was almost 13. Once I hit the streets and I started doing what I had to do, and I called them and I told them, like, look, I got enough money. I just need to get my crib. He was like, all right, come on. And then I asked my auntie kept saying, well, you come stay with me. I don't want to stay with you. I want my own shit. So she was like, well, they got apartments down in our building. It's a complex, and that's what I want. And I went and got my own crib.
Damn. So you had your own crib at 13. Is it in the rivals' neighborhood or is it in your neighborhood?
It was neither. It was still folks. It was IG neighborhood, Imperial Gangster neighborhood, and we wasn't at war with them. They were still folks. So I was okay. We wasn't at war just yet. We ended up being at war maybe months later, where they smashed my apartment in and jumped on me or whatever. But at that moment, we wasn't at war. So I just went from there to the next crib. I was stacking up money, making my money. I was graduating from an apartment to a house to you know what I'm saying? I was just graduating up. Like, I was making myself known. All the Latin kings know who the I was. When they said Loca D, they knew that you know what I'm saying? I could just see the hatred in their eyes. Like, I'm gonna kill that hoe one day. And I used to love it. Like, you better send a killer to kill a killer, because I'm that killer. You know what I'm saying? And I used to love the fear that I would put in people, because I knew I was my daddy child. I'm my daddy child, and you better know I know the best.
Dang. So when you go to the other gang to even get, I guess, put on or get established, what was that process like?
I got jumped on.
Really?
Yeah, I did
okay,
get
so
jumped.
Standard.
Yeah.
Put on.
I mean,
okay.
you know, when they try to do the girls, oh, you can have sex with all of us, and no. You gonna have to whoop my ass. And I'm gonna take that ass probably because that ain't compared to when my daddy used to whoop me, so I could take a ass whooping. So I did. I got jumped in. You know, they shook me up pretty good, but I was okay afterwards. They shook me up, and we went on like we was family forever.
God, was it guys or girls?
Guys jumped me in.
Really?
But that's only because I came in with a position. I came in being chief. I was never a soldier. I came in being chief because they knew of me. I was, you know what I'm saying, living a block, 2 blocks away from them. So when I decided to be, they was like, damn, you coming this way? Yeah. I fuck with her, like she the one. She the one. So
explain what's chief and what's the hierarchy.
You have your soldiers, you have your bishops. You have it's different levels. Your top is your prince.
Okay, so he's the very top of the game.
Yes, and then you come on down and you have your, you know what I'm saying, your chiefs, your bishops, so it's been so many of them since. But me, I was a chief over all the lady maniacs.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, the men's respected me. Anything I said, that's what it was. You know, they didn't have an issue with it because they knew, oh, look, I saying it is raw. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's do what we got to do. Get it right. But they knew, like, with the girls, I wouldn't allow somebody to come into my gang and you were having sex with one of my brothers. This is not that. You're not going to have my brothers fighting each other because you the whole crew. So if that's what your intentions was, you're not riding up under me. That was never what it be. But then once again, that was a mentality of being a child.
If you want to donate to Jackie's foundation to get her dog training started, please tap on the link below and donate, okay? Thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.